Welcome! I can't tell you how excited I am to introduce to you the School of Entrepreneurship. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. My name is Jonathan Booth, and as you can hear, I come from the south. No, not the south, but the south of England. But now I live here in Oregon by the River Willamette. Now you're here for one of two reasons. Firstly, you've been asked to help us in our search for 100 amazing individuals, and you want to see what this is all about. We hope you'll pass the word along through Facebook and Twitter, email, or even by word of mouth. You might even be saying later this year, one of my friends is part of the School of Entrepreneurship and representing our state, and I told them about the school. Alternatively, you may be watching this because you are one of the 100 individuals we are looking for. At the end of this video, you will be saying to yourself, this is for me. However, before we begin, I better tell you something about the person who's talking to you. As I said, my name is Jonathan Booth and I'm the national coach for the School of Entrepreneurship. I grew up in a city called Portsmouth and was a total failure at school, having even to repeat grade 10. You would be justified in asking the same question that someone asked me the other day. What qualifies you to head up a project for entrepreneurs? The answer is that after I scraped through college, I discovered there was something I could do in life, and that was to lead and build organizations. As a social entrepreneur working with others, I've built 3 organizations that have become multi-million operations, worked in about 50 countries all over the world with companies and governments and charitable projects. I've had a lot of fun doing it and learning lessons along the way that I want to pass on to you. But this isn't about me, this is about you. You know, life is a bit like this river, isn't it? It drifts along. So many people I meet are just like that. They're simply drifting along. Let me ask you this. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? No, really. Do you want to be living in the same house as now, driving the same car, doing the same job, being the same person? Or do you want something different and radically better? That is essentially what the School of Entrepreneurship is all about. It's about change, a new beginning, the opportunity to be somebody. In fact, more important than what you have is who you become. So let's look at the detail. Because you're watching this, you are part of the search. The search is on for 100 individuals from states right across the country. We want to demonstrate that anybody from any background at any age can succeed. Therefore, from each state, we're searching for one person who'll be aged 18 to 45 and another who will be over 45. Our search is on everywhere, from Alabama to Wyoming and everywhere in between, to find 100 individuals who want to learn entrepreneurial skills themselves and ultimately build a business. How would you like to be that person representing your state? The school is ideal for those who want to participate part-time and will fit around whatever it is you are doing now. We will use the most modern technology for communications. I will be your coach and our virtual meetings will happen on a twice-weekly basis. Here's the plan. Entrepreneurs succeed for one primary reason. They believe they can. So week by week, we'll focus not only on what will help you create wealth, but also what will get your mind in shape for success. This is a coaching program, and so you will get very clear instructions on what to do stage by stage. Obviously, because you're a budding entrepreneur, there'll be an element of competition in what we do. In fact, one of the things we will monitor is the 2 age groups, seeing how the young guns fare against the experienced oldies. Will youthful energy or older wise shoulders win through? So what type of person are we looking for? Well, the truthful answer to that question is we aren't looking for a stereotypical person at all. We want a mixture of men and women from all sorts of backgrounds and ages. So it isn't so much about experience, but rather about personal qualities. So what are the foundational qualities we are looking for? 4 things. Firstly, we want to find people who want change, who want to take control of their lives and don't just want to drift. Deep down, you will know that you are worth more and deserve better in life. Secondly, we want to find people of ambition. We want to find those who believe that with coaching, there is no reason why they shouldn't earn a 6-figure income. I don't mean this week or next month, but I mean someone who thinks that through a guided, focused program of activity, they can achieve earnings of at least $100,000 a year in a 2 to 5 year time period, maybe even sooner for some. We want you to be earning the sort of money you deserve, having the time freedom that allows you, not someone else, to make choices about your everyday life. Thirdly, we want to find people who love to help others, because helping other people makes such good business sense. The giant business coach Zig Ziglar said, if you can dream it, then you can achieve it. You will get all you want in life if you can help enough other people get what they want. Those who have a giving spirit will always do better than those who only see what's in it for them. And fourthly and lastly, you'll not be frightened by hard work. We're looking for people who will devote 10 to 15 hours a week in a concentrated learning and activity mode to achieve the changes needed for success. We need a year's commitment from you, and by that time you will have started to see the success you are aiming for. We are looking for individuals who don't quit when things get tough, but push through and persevere. So you may be asking how the school will work in practice. It's a great question. The school is designed to fit into a part-time schedule. We'll convene twice a week using a webinar and conference call model. You'll have a guided study program where we'll coach your personal development. There is one thing that is very different about this school though. Whilst knowledge learning will be important, we want to teach you activity learning from the get-go. We're actually going to get you earning from month 1 and use an existing business model to create a test bed to enable you to learn the skills you need for success. You'll devote a couple of evenings to your business, 1 Saturday per month, and twice during the year we'll meet physically in a conference location. All of this is building towards making your goals for this program a reality. Now, the business model we've chosen for this program has been very carefully selected for several reasons. Firstly, we wanted something that anybody could do. Secondly, we wanted to find something that met a real need and would genuinely help people. Thirdly, we wanted a business that wasn't a startup, but that had excellent business credentials. And fourthly, we wanted something that paid well, yet at the same time wasn't expensive to get going. So you may be asking what the costs are going to be part of the School of Entrepreneurship. The one-time registration fee is $196, or even a little less in some states. There's a monthly service fee of between $26 and $36, depending on which state you live in. Apart from that, any other training costs will be funded through your own business earnings, just like any other real-world entrepreneurial business. So for all the reasons we've already outlined, we chose a New York Stock Exchange company called Prepaid Legal Services to be our practical business tool. When making this selection, I listened to Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the world's best-selling author on personal finance. He said these words to thousands of people on a convention stage in Oklahoma. Prepaid Legal gives you the opportunity to build your own business. And one of the best things about this organization is that it already provides you mentors and leaders. Kiyosaki said, your legal services are exemplary. you have the best compensation plan I have ever seen. It is for reasons like that we've chosen this particular company to work with in training our entrepreneurial team across the country. The second most important reason why we chose this company is because we all know that it usually costs many thousands of dollars to open any business, but we could harness the power of this one for less than $200. One other major reason why we selected this business was the variety of markets it touches. At the heart of its services is a wonderful, practical and protective legal plan and identity theft shield for families. But also, Prepaid Legal serves the small business community, commercial drivers and companies large and small who want a well-rounded employee benefit program. The other day, just near here, we recorded a very special interview with a remarkably successful entrepreneur. Sue Martinez is Prepaid Legal's Group Vice President for the state of Oregon, and she has achieved an income of between $100,000 and $250,000 using her entrepreneurial skills. We don't have time now to show you the whole interview, but I've asked Mrs. Martinez to simply tell you something of her own story. Let's go across and hear what she has to say.
So, Mr. Booth, thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of a project that is really cutting edge and has transformed my life. I'd like to just share a little bit about my background and really my journey to entrepreneurialism, because I myself had been a practicing attorney for 12 years. I practiced law, and what happened was I began having kids. I have two daughters who are 11 and 13 years old, and that pretty much changed everything as I became a mom. And at that point I knew I didn't want to be cooped up in a law office, you might say, while somebody else raised my kids. And it was about that time really that I was introduced to these concepts of entrepreneurialism. My father was also an attorney and has been a great mentor to me in my life, and yet there was something about entrepreneurialism that just called to me, and that's what I'm excited to be a part of sharing this with your school and your viewers right now. I kid around with my friends and say, how much money do you think I made last year from those 12 years that I had practiced law? Because the answer is zero, and that's true for most of us. Most of us, we're done working, we're done getting paid, but in concepts of entrepreneurialism, that doesn't have to be the case. In a just short handful of years part-time as an entrepreneur, was able to be earning a six-figure income from home, and my two daughters have now never known me to work outside of the home. Since making this transition in my life, I've been awarded with this beautiful ring that they give to us when you begin earning between $100,000 and $250,000 in a 12-month period. And you know what the most exciting part is? That I know that the best is yet to come. And just in closing, if I may comment on Mr. Booth's special expertise that he brings to this school and to this project, because I tell you what, he's already an individual who globally, as a business coach, has helped thousands of people with entrepreneurial concepts, with success in their life, and now he's able to bring that success to each of you, possibly, and it is really just my honor to be able to partner with him in this project and to support him and each of you with your success. Thank you.
Well, welcome back. So let's sum all this up. We would like the opportunity to coach you to the success you desire. In fact, more success than you currently dream possible. Whether you're accepted and successful in this program largely depends on two things. Firstly, you being prepared to be coached. And secondly, your own desire to win. There are lots of things we can do to help you, but you have to provide the desire and coachability. You know, they say in real estate that location, location, location is everything. In business, timing, timing, timing is the equivalent. In the last 24 hours, I've just heard that the owners of Prepaid Legal Services are injecting millions of dollars into branding and marketing. Currently, this company does nearly $500 million in annual revenue. Can you imagine what it will be in the future with that sort of investment? All I can say to you is watch this space. Timing is critical. You couldn't have come to us at a better time to start an entrepreneurial venture and be involved with a company of such stature like Prepaid Legal Services. Listen, it doesn't matter how old you are or how many failures you have known. You just need one attitude, and that is encapsulated in this simple phrase, carpe diem, seize the day. You may be worried that you can't do this. It was the great scientist Edison who said, do the thing and you will have the power, not have the power and do the thing. I have found that fear is the most common reason why people fail to take action. Don't let your fear stop you from achieving what you dream of. The application process for the School of Entrepreneurship is very simple and straightforward. Firstly, when you finish watching this program, just immediately send us an email expressing your initial interest in receiving more information. Tell us your state, your age, and give us a telephone number. We will email you back confirmation of your interest in the program and give you further details. Maybe you know one other person, younger or older, who'd benefit from having a chance in life. And if you do, forward this information onto them quickly and ask them to watch it and to be in touch with us. I'm so glad you joined us today. You can tell I am really excited about the School of Entrepreneurship. I'm excited about the possibility of changing lives, of maybe even having the privilege of changing your life, of making a difference for you, for your family, for your future. The future lies before us all. I want you to think about this river that we are filmed by. It's drifting along, as we said at the beginning. I want to ask you, do you want to continue to drift if you are? Or would you like a new start, a new beginning, a new possibility? And who knows where that will take us all. Thank you very much for being with us.